Hello again, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Game Pass Grab Bag, your weekly podcast reviewing games from the Game Pass collection, bringing you 3D perspectives of varying skill range. I am the chicken chaser of this episode, Andrew. With me are Knobhead, Keith.
Hello.
And with us, the dog lover, Liz.
Hey, guys.
So this week was a listener request. Thank you so much, Katrina, who recommended that we play Fable. Well, actually, we did the original Fable, which, fun fact, is one of our bad reviews was from that game. Because apparently we weren't like super crazy about it. So we decided to play Fable 2.
To get more bad reviews.
No, because I love Fable 2. But Fable 2 is a third-person action RPG, and it is brought to you by the unfortunately deceased Lionhead Studios. But going around, Liz, is this a game or pass for you?
It's a game for me. I kind of wish there was a bit more with stories and characters, and I don't know. I kind of started not feeling it like today. I was like, I think I played enough of the game. I think I'm good. But I had a lot of fun with it. I was excited to play it, and it was definitely a good time.
As far as Fable 2 goes, I kind of wish I remember what I said for Fable. Either way, so Fable 2 is a game for me. I think Fable 2 was actually one of the first Xbox 360 games I bought after I got an Xbox 360. I believe I did it originally for Modern Warfare 1, maybe. Anyways, that's not really relevant to this conversation. But I played a lot of Fable 2 way back when. So I didn't exactly play as much this week, but I remember why I loved playing it. And it was, I will say that going back, there were points where I was like, part of the reason I didn't play as much, I will honestly say, I wasn't as excited about doing it again, but it is a fun game, and I absolutely say it's worth checking out. But personally, I still don't know about going back to it, just because it's not even a knock on the game. I couldn't get into it going back to it, I think.
So is it a pass for you?
No, it's an absolute, it's
game.
even a definite game. It's just like, I was struggling to get back into it when I was playing it.
I see where you're coming from, Keith. Like, playing back, like, I obviously played it too. I'm pretty sure I got it on release day. This game originally came out in 2008. This is an Xbox 360 game. Yeah, I played the crap out of this game. I played so much of it. Got a majority of the achievements. So going back into it, I was excited because I remember that I did love this game. And playing it again, it took me a little bit to kind of warm up to it. But then I was like, all right, yeah, no, this game was really good. I mean, it still is. I shouldn't say past tense. So if you have never played any of the Fable games, I guess we should say too, do you guys think you need to play the first Fable for this?
No.
I think if you really want to embrace the Fable storyline and not just the gameplay, absolutely, because it's all part of it. But I still think you can get away without it. And personally, I don't really remember liking the first one that much.
The first one I don't think ages as well as this one did.
No, there's things about the gameplay that Fable 2 does and just improves such a quality of life for the overall experience that I think you can get away without playing Fable 1, but I don't know. I wouldn't say skip it if you really want to.
Yeah. I agree with that, but I don't think it's necessary to play Fable 1. But, I never said this. So this is a game, I'd actually be with Keith. I would actually probably give this a definite game because this game is cool. Like, the things they were trying to do, I don't think were fully panned out. Didn't like worked as well as, most modern games are. But for the time, and there's a lot of things that are really cool in this game. But so Fable 2, it takes place, I think 200 years after the first one.
I think 500, only because I looked that up before the podcast.
Yeah, I know it's like a couple. It's quite far. Because the first hero you play in the first one's kind of a distant memory. There's some areas that were in the first Fable that are just kind of gone, but there's like small references to it. So yeah, this gameplay takes much farther in distance from the first Fable. You start off as a young child who ends up kind of getting betrayed, and you find out that you are part of a hero bloodline, and you are taking it upon yourself to fight the evil mayor, I guess, technically. He was only kind of a mayor of one city, right? But either way, an evil bad guy who's trying to destroy the world. So you are trying to recruit the few remaining heroes to kind of fight back.
See, the beginning is very dark.
It is.
And
a lot of this game's actually very dark.
What I was saying earlier with like why I don't think you need to play the first one, I have a mind like a sieve. I barely remember the first one. I barely remember most of the games that we played unless I really like it. And I didn't feel like I was missing out not remembering anything from the first game. And the story comes in at you pretty hard.
Yeah.
I feel like. I was actually kind of shocked by it. And I didn't finish the game because I got very sidetracked. But Andrew, you were telling me like some of the choices you have to make at the very end.
Yep.
And again, it's very deep stuff. Like I was very surprised.
Yeah, the story, this is like the first thing I think is so much better than the first Fable. The story in this one is so much more fleshed out. The story is way better. I will say though, I think some of the heavy impact moments don't hit as hard as I think they were hoping it would go. But the story is so much better in this one. I think it actually has some pretty decent twists and turns. The characters are way better in this one.
But do you want more of the characters? Because that's something that I was kind of hoping for, where you more time with them,
a little bit,
them more.
Yeah, I kind of wish you went on more like adventures with them, because you really only go on adventures with one of them.
Yes. And then you also said that you wanted more from the dog.
Yeah, the dog to me is there. There's only like a couple times with the dog, like people actually interact with the dog and like the dog's kind of a character. But I feel like ever since the beginning, the dog's just like a mechanic. To me, it didn't feel like a character.
No, but
So
everybody loves you more when you play fetch with your dog. If you praise your dog, people around you grow hearts for you.
But your character, this is one thing I always hate about RPGs like this. Your character doesn't talk. Your character's just a mute. So it's just like, I can't tell if my character even loves the dog. Your character doesn't say anything, doesn't interact really with the dog unless you command your character to do it. I understand Fable 2 is meant to be more like a life simulator. You know, your choices affect the world. Your choices affect how people interact with you. You're supposed to essentially be playing you, kind of, and how things, like, people perceive you.
But they poke fun at the fact that you don't talk a couple times.
Sometimes, yeah.
Well, so I think the funny thing about really the Fable series in general is they do a very weird melding of everything's so lighthearted and maybe not always bright, but mostly bright, cheery. Even when people are like yelling at you, they're not, I don't know, nothing's ever that bad. But at the heart of it, the story, like you were saying, it's always something really dark. Your sister gets murdered in front of you and you get attempted murdered. But I guess because you're a hero, you can't break your bones or something when you land, so you're good.
I know, yeah, you magically landed on a roof. And
why was your sister not a hero?
No, she was.
So then, why did a bullet kill her but not you? That was kind of my question. Like,
I thought it was like the dog licked her hand, and then something else happened. Like,
well, the
I
fortune
thought
teller gets you and saves you. I think it's just because it was your fate.
you fell out the window. You fell to the person that rescues you, maybe.
Yeah, but you fall and land on a roof, then land on a cement floor. Like, that would kill you. It's just, I think the fact that it was your fate. The fortune teller said, you know, death's not your fate.
yeah, I mean, I'm not saying like,
Magic.
the whole game is a bust. I think it's weird that your sister gets shot from like, I don't know, 4 feet closer and she dies instantly. And you're like, well, I'm also going to fall out of a building and live. Bye. But anywho, it's very dark. And yeah, if you're not expecting it, it really catches you off guard there. Because I had forgotten about that. And I went, oh yeah, that's how this all opens up. Okay.
Yeah.
They raised people from the dead later in the game. So for me, it just made sense. Like, that, she obviously died. They brought her back.
Well, it's an option. It's spoiler, Liz.
Oh, jeez.
No, the main character at the beginning. When she died. When she was thrown out of the building. I mean, when she fell out of the building.
She didn't bring you back to life. You just didn't die.
I don't know about that. I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm just saying, like, no matter what, it makes sense. If they can bring people back from the dead, you falling out of a window, like, it's not a big deal in the game, I guess, is what I'm saying.
I guess.
Look at Andrew giving the spoilers.
I did not.
Yes, you did. You made assumptions, and then you did a spoiler. The spoiler of the episode is Andrew.
No. Nothing
Spoil my appetite.
Oh, that was awful. Okay. But no, like there are also like a lot of dark moments. Like you're trying to help a villager save his son from the hobs, which then you eventually find out that the son gets turned into a hob, and then you subsequently murder all the hobs. So you find out all the hobs are children that you're just murdering. And then the hobs are also cannibals that are eating people.
I didn't put that together. I thought that they ate the kid and then they took the mom and you just like abandoned them. I didn't realize he turned into one.
Yeah, that's what I heard in the dialogue. Yeah. The guy said that it was too late that his kid was turned into a hob.
Although,
Oh my gosh.
I know he says that, but is it possible that's almost like I thought it was like almost folklore, like, oh, the people say that they turn the kids into hobs, but maybe they don't really, and they're just eating the kids, and hobs are just little beasts.
Either way, you don't save the kid. So
I
the
mean,
kid's either a hob or the
You
kid
don't
got
save
eaten
a
alive.
lot of people.
This is a
The
valid point.
monk, the Hammer's dad.
Spoiler alert, Liz.
Oh wait, this game is from 2008, and you already did one. That's why I'm surprised, Keith. Earlier, you said that you've already played it. Did you play it in 2008?
I did. I played it back in
So
2008.
you're still sick of it after
No, see,
14 years?
But this is
Am
the
I
thing.
doing math right?
I'm not. I wasn't sick of it. It was more just and it wasn't a lack of interest. It wasn't anything about the game. It was kind of just like I couldn't get myself excited to start it over again. I understand why it didn't carry over my save from, I don't know, 2010, but had my save been there and I was just picking up where I left off, I think I would have put way more hours into it, because there was still probably so much more to explore that I hadn't done. And I would have rather picked up where I left off 12 years ago than started all over again.
It's actually a small game, I feel like. I was getting sidetracked a lot. So Andrew's like, just push through to the end. But I kind of didn't want to, because if I go back to it, then I probably would want to keep going where I'm at, like making money. And I was terrible at actually doing stuff like achievement-wise, not to get ahead, but like I didn't get married or do any tattoos or anything like that. I looked at the achievements after, I was done playing. And I was like, oh, I probably should have looked at those. But I just like think about like Stardew. Like every couple of years I pick up Stardew and I put in another like embarrassing amount of time into it.
But you always start Stardew new. Almost every game you play, when you revisit it, you pick up new again.
No, I do both.
Anytime you play Zelda, anytime you play Mario.
Oh, that's true.
Anytime you play Stardew, like you almost always start new.
See, I wouldn't if it were me. I would probably pick right up where I left off is what I'd go for. And that's what I'm saying with Fable. I kind of wish I had my old save.
So yeah, this was a 360 game, so they didn't really have cloud save then. So that's probably why I didn't save your game. But
oh yeah, no, I get it.
I'm a bit with you. I mean, I would have started new. It's just for me, I knew I played like almost every aspect of this game back in the day. I owned, I think, every building. I just had like $1 billion. I've unlocked every weapon. Like the only thing I didn't collect all the keys, and I didn't get all the facial expressions and stuff like that. But I actually think, I don't know, but like that's a lot of it's just tedious work. And a lot of it you need friends indeed to do the online component in order to do. So I didn't 1,000 this game, but yeah, I played just a ton of it. So going back into it for me, I did want to start new, but I do remember like as soon as I picked this up, I was like, I remember a lot of this.
Yeah, it's weird going up to the chest and saying like you need to download it, but you can't anymore.
No, you can.
You went to the website.
It costs $2.
You went to the website and it wasn't working.
Yeah, so there's a chest at the very beginning when you first go to the Hero Guild, and it says, go to fable2.com to see how to unlock this chest. Fable 2 doesn't exist anymore. But what it is, it's if you pre-ordered the game or bought the like premium version of the game, you got Master Chief's armor with a laser sword. But you can still do it. It costs $2. There's a DLC that says bonus content, and I guess you can get this stuff there.
Yeah, see, it was something I wanted to talk about because we were just talking about weapons for a second. I kind of wish that there were more options because like you told me at the beginning to invest in property, which is a great idea because I was getting money back, but I just felt like I was seeing all the same weapons and I was slowly getting them better because they're very expensive, but I just felt like there wasn't a big range. They were very expensive and it just took me a long time to get what I wanted.
No, I disagree a little bit. All right.
You think that there's a wide variety of weapons to choose from?
Yes. So the overall gameplay of Fable 2, I think the combat in Fable 2 is so much better and so much more like streamlined. X is your sword, Y is your range, B is your magic. Like, and just like pushing it, your character just quickly switches and does it. So I love that this game like essentially lets you do all three things at once. But no, when it comes to melee weapons, you have like longsword, katana, you have a cutlass, you have a meat cleaver, you have a mace, you have warhammers, you have great axes.
But all the fast melee weapons, they all felt the same to me. You have like slow, you have fast.
I mean, a little bit. You don't have like a combo system. So I guess if there was some sort of combo system, you'd probably feel a little different. But I did notice you just swing either faster or slower, but you're still doing the same animations. So I guess I can understand where you're coming from, where you feel like they're the same.
Because I never felt a difference when I upgraded. Even because like the enemies got stronger too, but it always felt like I was upgrading to the same weapon. And then same with like the crossbow or the gun, like some of them shoot like slower or whatever. But there is a big variety with magic. I just focus on, two of them because it costs a lot to upgrade them. But a lot of people online were saying that they thought that the magic was unbalanced.
I think magic's very powerful in this game.
Yeah, I remember basically relying heavily on magic. And so I don't know, Fable 1 probably did this, or Fable probably did this, and I don't remember it as much, but I love the experience system in Fable 2. I love that you get rewarded for using the type of skill it is, magic, ranged or melee, and then you have your general, which can fill in for that. And it's such a good system. And I get where Liz is coming from, or even what you were saying, Andrew, that you're just kind of mashing X. You don't do anything different. You just hit Y, you hit B. But I love the system overall. I love how simplified it is, and it makes it more entertaining. It makes me want to dive more too into those kind of like life simulator aspects, because the fighting is at least good enough.
Yeah, that's one thing I love about Fable 2 here. Like, this is such a, like, honestly, I'd say a dead breed of a game. Like, you don't get these chill, kind of linear RPGs, like action RPGs. Like, everyone now is always like, as soon as you hear the word RPG, you almost like associate it with, oh, this is going to be a 40+ hour game. This is something I need to devote like a month to, tons of little trinkets I got to collect. Not Fable 2. Fable 2 to me was just like, it's super relaxing because it's just, you don't need to think much in it. It's literally just kind of mashing buttons, going around and exploring. Like, there's a lot to explore and collect in this game. So this game does reward you for just kind of going around off the beaten path. But a lot of the areas are kind of like these linear paths. You have some areas that are kind of open up, but not really. And yeah, the game, I think on average, you're looking at like 12 hours to beat. It's not a super long game. It's just chill, and I loved it. This game was kind of a breath of fresh air right here.
I think the humor really helped too. It's not everybody's cup of tea. I tend to like fart humor and stuff, but
there's a lot of fart humor.
Yeah, so for me, and I also like remembered like random things playing it too, like the doors. I was like, oh yeah, they had those talking doors that you had to like.
Yeah, the demon doors.
Yeah. But I just thought like the gestures, because like I'm just remembering one of them, you have to have your dog do tricks and stuff. And I'm going through like the circle and like, oh yeah, I can like burp or whatever. And it's just like, I think that added a lot to it.
Yeah, this game's like social aspects really cool. Like Liz was saying, you can buy property, which you can move in, or you can rent, which is so much better than the first Fable, because you could do it in the first Fable, but you had to go to the house and pick up the money off the floor, which was just annoying. Not this time around. Literally every 5 minutes, I think of real world time, you get paid. Even if you're not playing Fable 2, your character's accumulating gold. So if you sign off for the day and come back in, it's like, here's a big old chunk of change. And I just love that aspect. Going around and interacting with people. Like, it did feel so much, like, not realistic, but it felt better than the first Fable. In the first Fable, I felt like I could make people instantly love me to hate me. I could just be good to evil. You still kind of can do that a little bit, but it's not as easy in Fable 2.
It's a little more permanent. People
randomly hate you.
Yeah. Well, they judge you
I remember
on
the blacksmith. Yeah, the blacksmith. I went up and he disliked me. He was charging me more money because he didn't like me. And I was like, what did I do to this guy?
But that's realistic. Not everyone's going to like you.
But he didn't even say hello to me yet. Maybe it's because I did a bad job working at his his
Maybe.
shop.
See, right off the beginning, I picked a female, and as soon as I sold my clothes to buy property, so I was running around naked. I literally had people just falling in love with me, and I was like, "This is realistic."
No, but I tried to do that one time, and the person was like, thought I was ugly when I took the clothes
Some
off.
people did, yeah. Some people were like, "Oh, gross," and other people were like proposing me in marriage, and I'm like, "Yeah, this is realistic." Like, crazy woman running around naked. Someone's bound to want to marry me.
Did you guys go good or evil? Or what did you like?
I went
for?
gray. Mine specifically said, "I'm morally gray. I do what I want."
That's interesting. I see. I generally always try to do the good decisions because I don't know. They make the bad people like nasty. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
You get ugly when you're evil.
I thought you just got like horns and stuff.
I think you even turn red.
Yeah,
in your eyes.
but this one in Fable 2, there's no going back. Like you can't unevil, can you? Or there's at least like permanent markings to it. I thought.
No, I think you can because there's still the Temple of Light, and you just donate gold and you get purity points for it. And then there's an evil temple. You just sacrifice people to the evil temple, and you get evil points.
You sacrifice innocent people.
Yep, and you get extra points if it's a spouse.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you get extra evil points if you sacrifice your spouse,
Oh my gosh.
or
that's
a
awful.
monk from the Temple of Light.
There's one time that I like quit out real quick because magic is B. That is a horrible design choice because I accidentally I'm getting out of the menu and it like pauses for a second, so I hit it again, and then all of a sudden I'm scaring the villagers.
Not like you
It
quit the
is
game for that. You didn't want to scare people. Like, I need to quit.
I didn't know what was
Don't
going to
save.
happen. It was at the beginning, and it was in the middle of the town. Everybody was like running from me. And so, yeah, I lost a little bit of progress, but I'm pretty good at saving anyways. I didn't save as much with this game. But I also was confused with, so when you're working and stuff, sometimes time would go by and sometimes it wouldn't for me. And I think that was actually really, really annoying. So there were some times where like I would hear the guy in the back be like, oh, shops are closing. But there are other times I actually need to do something at a specific time. And so I'm just waiting and waiting for it to happen. And then I exit out. I'm like, it must be close to the time. Time did not move at all. So it's weird to me that there is that glitch with the game. I don't know if it's a bug or what, or if just some days time works and some days time doesn't work.
Probably. I mean, there's some bugs.
But that's a pretty big one.
Yeah. Yeah, Lionhead Studios, fix your game.
Seriously.
But no, there's definitely some bugs. Like, I know there's an infamous one in this. If you drink one of the experience potions, and if you quickly press pause, it actually doesn't count you as consuming the potion. You get the experience points, but it's an easy way to get unlimited experience.
I like that you told me this after I played the game.
Because I didn't want you to break the game and run around overpowered just right at the beginning. You have to work for it.
I didn't know you could do that.
Also,
Yeah.
Andrew and I, we tried multiplayer, and I think it's useless because you have to share the same screen, and then you can decide to share the points or whatever, but like you have to stay in the same screen. So for me, it's like I felt like I couldn't do anything.
Well, we didn't play. We played couch co-op. If I played on my Xbox, I couldn't quite figure out. You're supposed to be able to join your friends. I couldn't figure it out, but you can play co-op with your friends on Xbox Live, and so I could have brought my character and playing with you. Like that's kind of how you allocate the experience points. Because me playing with you, I can get experience points and just go back to my game.
But
with
I
that
mean,
extra
if
points.
you can't figure out and you're a hardcore gamer, then it probably just doesn't work.
I also
right?
didn't put much effort in it.
Oh, okay.
But there
Well,
is-
anyway, couch co-op is useless.
I wouldn't say useless, but
You
it's
can't do anything. I couldn't even go into a store because you were on the other side.
sharing the same screen. It was quite unfortunate. It wasn't great. I think
You are
if you
so
were,
reluctant to agree with me today.
let me finish my thought. In town, I agree. I thought it sucked because
There we go.
when you're in town, obviously you want to go to the blacksmith. I want to go to the tavern. Like we can't do that. Like you have to follow the other person. That's annoying. But if you were on a quest, I think it's pretty fun. I think it's fine. Going around fighting bandits, like heck, why wouldn't you want another partner with that? And that, you don't need to fight for the screen for that. You guys are
Yeah,
obviously in
because
the same area.
there are times where there are bandits on a hill, and I can't. There's no way I'd be able. They'll just shoot me. So there are certain areas where that also wouldn't work.
I guess.
I don't see. I definitely don't remember doing any couch co-op back in the day, so I probably never did that. I do remember the old co-op system. There was like something to do with like you could see your friend's orb, and like that's
Yeah.
how you would invite them or join their game or something like that.
Yep, I actually saw one of my friends' orbs running around. I'm like, what? Someone's actually playing this game right now? But you can actually, I didn't realize too, in the options, you can actually turn on everyone's orbs. So not just your friends, you can see anyone. But there is like a gifting system, so you can go up to like the orb and give someone a weapon or something like that. That's an achievement. I never found, I didn't realize it till after, so I missed that achievement. But I mean, so I would say you're saying useless as in you would never play co-op. That's...
Couch co-op? No.
See, I probably still would. I don't think it's the worst, but yeah, I wouldn't, I guess, recommend it.
We played it for less than 5 minutes, and you said it was awful, too.
I said for the town, yes.
Yeah, but you do have to go to towns.
I know.
So, I mean, actually, going to towns is a big part of it, because you need to
I
make
will
money.
agree with you, Liz. Co-op sucks. Delete it, Lionhead Studios. Get rid of it.
And bring back Black and White.
Oh my gosh. I actually just saw a video of that the other day of Black and White, and I was like, I miss that game so much. You can't get it anywhere because it's in like rights hell right now. Because I think it like EA kind of owns it, Microsoft kind of owns it, and then like this another random like party owns it. So you can't even get Black and White anymore. That's one of my favorite Lionhead Studio games.
Well, Microsoft owns or will own EA, so I don't know. Buy out the third studio too, Microsoft. Give us Black and White.
I miss that game. I know. Like this one, I will say this is like the saddest thing. This like the fact that Lionhead Studio like fell apart. I heard it was because of Microsoft mismanagement, which is sad because I love Lionhead Studio games. Like Fable is a great series. I know so many people who I think it was called Into the Movies or the Movies. That's a lot of people's favorite game. I loved Black and White. That was my favorite game. Thanks for making me sad, Keith.
Sorry.
But so the big mechanic in this game though was the dog. Do you guys agree with me? Did you guys like the dog?
I love the dog. I love that you could make him find better treasure. That, I mean, you also like healed him. You could buy him dog treats. So for me, it's like, I don't know. I really liked it. I definitely think there could have been more cutscenes to show like a bond or something. But
yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had said this earlier, Andrew, where I agree with you. It becomes just more of a mechanic. And it's like, here's my treasure finder, here's my dig spots, and it kind of starts to get annoying. And honestly, it adds just a little bit more of a Metroidvania aspect to the game of like, okay, I have to remember to come back to this forest because there was a chest that was 15 keys. And once I get 15 keys far enough down the road, I have to remember to come back here. And it's all fine and well, but yeah, the dog it's not part of your character. Like the dog doesn't change as you become good or evil, like, right?
No,
so,
not that. No,
like I think that would be kind of cool.
You just made me think about how awful the map is, because you're talking about how like you're like, where was that chest or where was that gate that there's that riddle that I need to figure out. And so for me, it's like I feel like it should show you on the map, and it shows you a map like when you go to like the start screen.
Yeah,
but it's not really helpful.
It's pretty bare bones, yeah.
So for me, I think that would have vastly improved it, because there were gates and stuff that I wanted to go back to, but I'm not going to, like, how do I know which specific one was in which specific area? Like, I don't have that kind of memory. So.
See, for me, I didn't think the areas were too big, that it didn't bother me, because that's the nice thing. If you actually go, the fast travel in this game is fantastic. That's another thing I really want to quickly point out. The fast travel is great. But if you go to the regions area, to fast traveled areas, it specifically tells you, you've gotten 0 out of 3 silver keys in this area, or like 2 out of 3 chests or something like that, or so many gargoyles or demon doors. So it at least tells you in each area if you're missing something. So that's why for me, it didn't bother me too badly, because I just at least knew I could look up and just find stuff that way. But I love the collectibles in this game. I think the demon doors are awesome. The gargoyles, I love. They're these trash-talking gargoyles that every time you're near them, you just hear someone insulting you. I'm like, oh, there's a gargoyle near here. And I just always want to find them. But I love that. The silver key thing I thought it's fine. Like, it's just another collectible thing, but I didn't think they were too hard.
Can you think of an insult?
Oh, some of them are straight to you. Like, just say, like, you can't shoot the broadside of a barn. One of them also says, like, one of my favorite seasons is winter, because that's when most people die.
Oh, my
like,
God.
Yeah, some are kind of, like, funny and dark. But a lot of them are just like, you're a hero. Like, you look like an idiot. They're just, like, these really wisecracking insults. I love them.
Well, I was gonna say too, like the silver keys, not a lot of times, but there's a handful of them that you're just, I don't know, walking along a path and they're just not even hidden. They're just there. And your dog's like barking like crazy. I'm like, yeah, no kidding. I saw it before you did, dog. Like, I was already going there and you're barking at it. So yeah, in many ways, that's where like the dog, even when it was like upgraded, I was just like, I don't know, I just instinctively start looking around behind rocks and things like that. And I found I was finding things just as fast as the dog did sometimes. So,
What'd you name your dog?
I don't think I gave him a name this time. I looked at it and I couldn't, and I think of one, so I never named him.
I thought for sure you just named him Cocoa Piff.
I should have, but I didn't.
That's unfortunate.
I also didn't utilize, so you know how it says that there's a sale and you can buy in one area and then sell another. I really sucked at that. I also, because like there's some times where it's like, oh, it'll take you like however long to get there and the sale would be over. So I really didn't do any of that either. So for me, it's like, I was like, how do I get more money? I'm buying the properties and stuff. And I was like, oh, I'm kind of lazy about that.
Oh, speaking of the money, one of my things that is so easily distracting in Fable 2, I freaking love the jobs.
Yeah.
I thought it would be the gambling because you love to gamble.
I did an okay amount of gambling. The gambling's just okay in this game. It's better than the first one, I will say that. But the jobs in this one are the stupidest, simplest mini games. But I would get so engrossed in just doing these mini games. Like literally, the mini games consist of you're a dot, press A in the green area. You know, and it just varies to different levels of that. Because of the blacksmithing, you got to keep hitting a certain spot. You got to make sure your dots every time in the green area. The wood cutting, same exact thing. You know, every time you hit wood, and there you go. Keep pressing A. Same with the bartending. Hold A and press A when it turns green. Like, they're the simplest things, but whatever reason, I just love playing the mini games. And I'm not the only one. Back in the day, I remember when we played this in high school. My brother, no, this was 2008. This was after high school. This was college. My brother literally just did wood chopping for me. Like, literally, he played the wood chopping for hours for me, just so I could buy all the property in the game. Because I wanted more property, but I need more money.
Such a nice big brother.
Yeah, he was addicted to the wood chopping game.
You guys used to do that with a lot of games, I feel like. Like, especially this type of games. Like, Aaron would find something to, I don't know, just assist you in your quest for achievements. Because you guys used to share a gamer tag, too. So it was like, it was always a bit of a shared achievement. But I also spent way too much of my time in the handful of hours that I played this game this week. I probably put half of my time into the jobs, and I got to like level 3 or 4 on both the wood cutting and.
Oh, I'm 5 on everything.
I mean, I probably would have, but I was like, all right, I gotta take a little break from this. I gotta go find something else to do. But it's so stupid addicting, and it's the multiplier. I think I'm just like, I gotta get a higher multiplier.
Like, this chain's great. Look at this money.
Yeah, like,
look at this money.
And I start doing the math. I'm like, all right, if I can just do 10 more, and then on like that 9th one, and then it takes another 30 to get back there. Now I'm gonna do
Watch the 9th.
Yep.
The bartending was super easy.
Oh my God, I made a ton of money
far
there.
in that, yeah.
But yeah, the gambling to me was just okay. The gambling games are cool because they're not typical blackjack, poker. Well, one of them is like a roulette essentially, but it's a slight twist to it. But the ones you have are fortune tower. Yeah, the spin box, which is just slots, and then you have Keystone, which Keystone is a little bit kind of like roulette, a little bit how it plays, but they're cool games. Like, the gamblings actually are pretty fun games. They just, to me, I wasn't making as much money as doing a job, so I didn't do the gambling as much. But yeah, these little games, though, the side stuff is so much fun. It's so distracting.
Well, that's where Fable 2, and I don't know, I guess maybe at some point we'll probably do Fable 3, so we'll see there. But that's where Fable 2 can become a 12-hour, or can turn from a 12-hour game to like a 20 to 24-hour game. and not even because there's like too much to do. It's just because it's so easy to get distracted on these little side things. And you're just like, I'm just going to keep doing it. And I don't know. It's pretty fantastic in that way. But I've been waiting all week to ask this. I needed to ask Liz what she thought about the shock value that this game throws in. You know, with the marital relations, multiple marital relations. I feel like a lot of it was just thrown in there for shock value. I mean, I don't know what the real purpose of that was.
What do you mean? Like the fact that it lets you marry multiple people?
You can marry multiple people. You can have relations with multiple at a time. I just think
You can have STDs.
I just think there's a lot of things that are in there that I'm like, seems a bit much. It could just be a little bit more wholesome. Doesn't need to have shock value. So,
I mean, but I didn't realize any of that because I wasn't slutting around. So
I was. I think my
just-
character has like 8 STDs right now.
No, I didn't get married. I had thought about, I don't even know if you can, but maybe trying to marry the blacksmith because I'm like, is there a discount?
Do I get a discount
Because
if I marry you?
And also, like, he hated me, so I was like, I'm gonna flirt with him. Like, why does he hate me?
love
Just to
that.
see if he's supposed to hate you or if it's something that you actually do work on. Because this is back when I didn't know anything. I was like, do people just hate you? Does it like, does it if you flirt with them, does it go away? I don't know. But I was like scrolling through things to buy, and I was like, you can buy condoms in this game. That's interesting. But yeah, no, I didn't really do any of that. It seemed like I found a tattoo guy, and I was like, maybe some other time. So yeah, I didn't really do. I was just playing it safe, I guess.
I mean, I like it because, like I said, this game's trying to be like realistic of like how you want to play.
Because people marry multiple people.
Yeah, I mean that is the unfortunate truth. Yeah, but it also too, it's the same with like buying property. Like it gives you a list of why that place costs as much as it does. You know, how's the town economy doing? Like each town actually has a economy from a 1 to 5 star scale, and then it says, you know, are the occupants alive? So you could kill the occupants, and then hey, it's a murder house. Then the price that value of that place goes way down. So you kind of have that option if you want to break in the middle of the night and murder the family.
But is there backlash if, for instance, you get married and you start sleeping around with somebody else? Like, do they get mad, or is
If they
it just
catch you, yeah,
really?
yeah, they'll divorce you.
What?
They'll divorce you.
Oh, I didn't know any of this.
Yeah, yeah. Keith was reading some great lines there from when you get divorced.
yeah, I don't know, quite the shock value. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess I'm just lame. I didn't realize half of this stuff.
I mean, I didn't want to say it. I'm just kidding. You're not lame.
But I mean, stuff like that doesn't bother me. Like, I definitely like the humor of the game, but I definitely probably should have done more relationship stuff. I was just so focused on like doing the fun jobs, like you were talking about.
Even though this game came out in 2008, I think overall, like graphically too, this game is pretty solid. Except, I hate the character models in this game. I know it's more of an artistic choice because even in Fable they kind of looked like this. I hate the
legs?
characters in Fable 2.
Everyone's very cartoony. Like it's very like enlarged heads with tiny necks.
No, my character had a tiny head with the largest shoulders. It reminded me of the Goombas from the Super Mario movie.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, like I took a screenshot of it because like that's exactly what I thought I looked like was a Goomba from the Super Mario movie.
It was the legs that bothered me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
Oh, to me, it was the eyes. The eyes always, there was always 2 eyes. They always looked in different directions in almost every character model. I thought they looked awful.
Also, when you're doing the expressions, you're exaggerating so much. I understand why, because they want you to be able to see it. But like when you're flipping the bird, I was just like, it's so over exaggerated.
But overall, though, I think the graphics are actually pretty good in this game. Like, I think the lighting is really cool. Like seeing the sun like kind of break through
The
tree line.
cutscenes, I was really
Yeah.
surprised with the water. Not really when it hit the boat, but when they're actually like,
Yeah, when you go to the spire, that cutscene.
yeah.
Yeah, I was actually impressed with
I
that
was
one
like,
too.
this is 2008. There are some games out right now that can learn a thing or two. Like,
Yeah, but there's literally only like 3 cutscenes though, which is unfortunate.
yeah.
But they're good.
Same with like the city at the beginning, and yeah, I thought they did a fantastic job. I was like, is this remastered? Like,
Yeah, I also thought it was a really cool aspect that this game also really, they keep emphasizing of like, oh, your choices affect the world. Not to really like spoil things of it, but at certain point, like it actually goes a couple years in the future, and some of the choices you make kind of in the beginning affect that. So they do warn you like, hey, before you progress, like make sure you do your quests and stuff. And it's really cool. Like for a 2008 game, I wish it was a little more fleshed out. But you go to some areas that are essentially just a camp. And then after the few years, it's a full bustling city. And then, you know, there's multiple streets now and shops and everything like that. And it's just like such a bigger area. And I thought that was a really cool aspect of like actually being able to see like how you shape this world.
See, I'm bummed that I didn't get further because I mean, it was my decision. I know it's my fault, but because I made the decision to invest, and I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Because I'm really close to the end, right?
You are.
But I just didn't want to end it because I was having fun with all the side stuff. So I think that's
Well, you can still play even after you end it.
That's true, but I feel like that's kind of like a hard thing. It doesn't happen very often, but there's sometimes where it's like, do we want to rush the game and just finish it, or do we actually want to take our time with it, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm glad that I made the right decision with that, which, I mean, it's hard too because there's other stuff that, you know, I shouldn't talk about because it's spoilers. But decisions that you make at the end where, like, you're losing experience points, but you do it anyways. And you told me, like, the very last decision that I didn't get to make. And we were talking about like what we would do.
Yeah, there's a moment near the end that's I feel like once again the game was trying to be more impactful, but to me it just was kind of like I remember back in the day when I played this game I called it. I'm like, oh, I bet something's like this event's probably going to happen. Sure enough, at one point it did.
I mean, could we say what?
I mean, I feel like Liz is going to anyway, so go ahead.
Never
Liz.
mind. A certain character, something happens to a certain character that should never happen. That's all I'm saying.
You might as well say it at this point. You can, Liz. Go ahead.
I can.
Go ahead.
How do you kill a dog? Like, how do you do that in a game? Like, you get the option to
aiming
bring
for the
him
dog.
back, but it doesn't matter. Like, even in movies, what was that? Was it just called Canine, the Belushi movie with the dog? And
Sure.
the dog gets shot, and you know, you think he's dead, but he's not. You know, that's different. But you actually do that? I'm sorry, that's a couple points knocked off from me.
For the game or
For the game.
what? The guy's evil. Of course he's going to do it.
Even there
I
are
will say
evil
almost the
people
entire
who
game,
still
people are
keep
kicking your
dogs.
dog. Your dog gets kicked like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, and what does your character do?
Nothing. He doesn't say anything. He's a mute.
No, but like somebody kicks your dog, like
Well, yeah, you end up killing the guys eventually, but what did you guys think the fact that there's actually no armor in this game? Like, what did you guys think of that design choice? I, for the most part, kind of liked it, that this game was really more about having a fun, goofy character, and I didn't feel like, oh, I have to wear heavy armor, I have to wear light armor, I need the defense, or I need these stats. The game, essentially, you could just run around naked from the beginning to the end, and you have the same amount of defense the entire time.
I mean, I kind of wish that there was defense because I was bad at fighting, and I had to rely on potions. I mean, that's also my own fault, but I mean, they could have just not shown them, like have them equipped for defense. But I mean, I don't know. I get what you're saying. I think you just liked having the woman's bosoms out there.
They were very realistic, so I can see why. I you know, it's funny. Even thinking back to like when I played it back, I don't know, 12, 14 years ago, I don't remember even thinking about that. And it's a great question. But I think I like it actually because I never noticed it. It didn't feel like it was missing for me. And I think for that reason alone, I think they did a good job at not needing it and building an RPG with even some looting elements to it without needing armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool because it was a fun way for me to dress my character up either really goofy, really scary. Like, to me, it was fun. It made the game more fun that way. Because, like, that's always what I hate when you play kind of an RPG like this. It's like, what's the best weapon? I got that weapon. Cool. I'm not upgrading it at all. What's the best armor? That's the best armor. Cool. I got it. I'm wearing this for the rest of the game. And, like, that to me, that's kind of gets frustrating. But in this, it was just like, whatever you want to wear. Do you want a powdered wig? Cool. You want to wear popper clothes? Cool. There you go. You want to run around naked, or you want to run in shorts or just a skirt? There you go. Like, it was just, I don't know. I like that I could have more free range with my design and have more fun with the tattoos that way too.
I was really excited with the voice acting because I recognized someone right away, and that doesn't happen very often. And I was like sitting there thinking, like, is this what I think it is? Because it was 2008. I was like, were they around then? It was James Corden, and then Stephen Fry as well. But yeah, I just thought it was he really does have such a distinct voice that I immediately picked up on it, and I was like, wait, has he been in the industry this long?
Yeah.
Is there anybody else I forgot?
Well, so there's Michael Fassbender. His name is King. Oh, but that's Fable 3. So that's not That's not anything. Stephen Fry, but I think he was Reaver. Stephen Fry.
Yep.
Ben Kingsley, but is that Fable? Fable's that? Doesn't tell me which Fable. Oh, Fable 3.
I'm surprised you heard James Corden. I didn't recognize him.
I didn't at all. When I was going through this list, I was surprised by James Corden because and the reason being, it's a super small cameo. He plays the
guard.
No,
Was he guard?
No, he was the vendor who sold you the music box.
no, James Corden.
Isn't that Monty?
No, Monty is the one who he's trying to run away with the daughter, and the mom won't let him because he is a vendor, but he doesn't sell you the music box. I don't remember I think he just gives you a gold coin. Cause back. But yeah, he's that's James Corden, and I had no idea until I looked at that, and I think it's funny that Liz was like, "Yep, that's it."
Well, I don't think he was famous then. 2008.
No, I don't think so. It doesn't mention it, but so maybe that's why he just played a small part.
But it's weird because I don't watch him on anything. I've seen like clips of him, but it's not like I'm a huge fan or anything. So it's just the fact that I figured it out right away. I was impressed with myself.
I'm impressed.
Teresa also she plays the flying teacher in Harry Potter, Madam Hooch.
That's right, yeah.
Zoe Wanamaker. And that was Fable 3 as well, so that doesn't matter.
That's a pretty cool last name.
Wanamaker?
Yeah.
Yeah. Simon Pegg is in Fable 3. So.
Yeah, I remember that actually. But no, the voice acting to me, it was actually really solid. I like Liz said, I wish you had more interactions with some of these characters. Like, to me, I just hate that your character's mute. Like, I just wish you could actually have some dialogue interactions with some of these characters.
Or dialogue choices. Like, this game is all about choice, so give me the option to, like, have a comeback.
Yeah, it's weird that they don't have that. Well, it's kind of cool in this one. You could at least do expressions. So a character will say things, and instead of you speaking, you can, I don't know, like flip someone off or dance. Like, it's just kind of a weird thing. Like, you do get an option to kind of interact with people, but not with words. Just with interpretive dancing.
Interpretive dance.
But the music's good. Like, the music is very iconic, I think, in Fable.
I don't remember any of it.
I guess you don't either, Keith?
The music? Oh, no. No.
Solid work, guys.
I wasn't paying attention to music. I was chopping wood.
I didn't hate it.
I guess. But since we're on sounds, I will say, since I love doing the jobs, my God, I wish you could turn off the shopkeeper or whoever you're working for. They're constantly, oh, that's a nice pint. Good job cutting wood. Oh, that's how you hit a hammer. You hear that line over and over and over again. That was really annoying.
Andrew, that's why you use the mute button. You don't need to hear anything during those scenes, so just mute it.
It's hard to find the TV remote because you keep losing it. So
that is not true. I have been so good about that lately. I always leave it on the table now because I was losing it all the time.
But that's like my only gripe, though. Well, actually, it's not my only gripe. The achievements. So overall, the achievements in Fable 2 are overall pretty good. I remember back in the day that Fable 2 got in like hot water. Not really hot water, but I remember this was like a game I remember seeing articles about that they kind of broke the Microsoft's like agreement. Like, you can't, the first original 1,000 gamer score, you can't like force people to pay money. And I think it was the gambling one, because the gambling one specifically says you have to play all the gambling games. And I remember, I think there was like one or two that was actually behind like a paywall. You had to buy like the Fable bar games or something like that expansion, which I think they eventually ended up patching out. But there's a handful of achievements, like I said, that you actually can't really get. No, you probably could if you could find someone. A lot of the achievements are collect all the rings or collect all the keys or see a friend do it. So if you actually have a friend who's done everything, the nice thing is you can just jump in their game and get a bunch of achievements. But there's like one to collect all the hero dolls, and you only get one hero doll per game. So you're essentially supposed to have your other friends play it and trade dolls with each other. I think there's like 6 dolls that you have to get. So you could keep playing the game and give it to a friend and hopefully give it back to you. But the online component still works, as Liz said. I actually was seeing my friends run around a little bit in the game, so you can still get the gamer score. But overall, the achievements, though, for the most part, are pretty fun. A lot of them are like, oh, dress as a goth, have a certain amount of tattoos, be max good, max evil, like various different things. So a lot of them were just kind of fun to go for.
I'm kind of bummed that I didn't look them up because there's so many I could have done. I put a lot of time into this game, and I only got 205 with 8 out of 66 achievements. You can get so many more. Like, I definitely missed the mark on that. Keith, 635 with 30. Andrew, 895 with 45. But this is all carried over, right?
Yeah, it's carried over. I got I think like 800 before this. There was 3 small ones I got during this time around. Which one of them too, it doesn't say it's DLC, but it says to make love 25 times. I did that, and it didn't give me an achievement. I was pissed because that one apparently is under the like the Not Whole Island DLC.
I think I actually have that.
Phrase it like that.
Oh, you do?
I feel like I feel like I got it back in the day. I don't remember. I'd have to look actually.
Would you say this?
They phrase it as make love.
Yeah.
This game phrases it like that.
I told you.
Yeah.
Shock value.
That's uncomfortable.
Well, how would you have phrased it? Do the hippity dippity 25 times.
Marital relations.
No, it's just like it's got like crude stuff in the game, so for me it's just like that makes me more uncomfortable than all the weird.
The
stuff
fact that
in
there's
the
an
game.
achievement for that, or
no, that's called that.
Well, like I said, what would you prefer it saying?
Just saying, we don't
Anything
have
but that.
a warning
So
on
have
this
sex
episode.
25 times.
Whoa, hey,
Yeah.
we don't have a warning on this episode. Jeez, guys.
Sorry, I said the word hippity dippity.
My goodness, you guys are a bunch of potty mouths. I don't know why I do this podcast with you anymore. You know, it's actually a fun Easter egg though that I had seen this earlier and I was trying to find it. So if we're talking about the soundtrack and how it doesn't have anything iconic, there is Halo references. Apparently in the Temple of Light, occasionally the monks will start doing the Halo theme, and then they'll
cool.
stop and be like, "Oh no," and they go, "Oh wait, that's not it," and then they start chanting their actual thing. So
That's awesome.
You know, there's some iconic music in the soundtrack there, I guess.
Well, I said you can get Master Chief's armor if you bought the DLC.
True.
And you can even get the title Master Chief if you got that too.
Yeah, but that doesn't change the soundtrack. So we were talking about soundtrack, not
I know.
Not
Good job,
skins.
Keith.
You were the one who brought up skins when I was talking about soundtrack. Don't good job, Keith, me. Good job, Andrew, staying on topic. Jeez.
I am on topic. We're on achievements.
I was
Not
in
soundtrack
another
anymore, Keith.
thinging. Okay.
You didn't say that. So I wasn't saying another thinging with armor. So there you go, Keith.
No, you weren't. It was different.
But anyway, let's get to our final
I
thoughts
feel
here.
like this never happens with you two.
Snippy.
Getting to our final thoughts here. Like I said, Fable 2, to me, was just kind of like fresh glass of water. Just something... It's a dying kind of RPG that you don't see anymore. You know, it's kind of small. It's really relaxing. You can just play the way you want. You can just really screw around in this game. I thought the story was a lot more interesting. It actually had some fun twists and turns with it. It was really interesting kind of like seeing how your choices played out. The social aspect, although not like perfect, I enjoyed the improvements. To me, everything in Fable 2 is just so much more improved from the first Fable. Like, and I think that's one of the reasons too, when we went back to the first Fable, I'm like, I played the other Fables. And like this one just is so far behind. But Fable 2 is a ton of fun. To me, this one I think is just the best in the series. I remember I loved Fable 3 as well, but I know a lot of people hated that one. But I think the story is just a lot of fun. Even though I've played the snot out of this game before, I still did not care going back to it. I still had a fun time with this. To me, this is a good 88 game.
Yeah, Fable 2, I have nothing bad to say about it because I loved it then, and there was nothing about playing it again that I was like, this isn't good. This doesn't age well. If anything, I agree with what Andrew was saying. I think it does. I think it's really its biggest flaw, I guess, actually, I will say, is that it tried to do too many things that it didn't do any of them perfect, but it still does a lot of them well. And that's why I think it still holds up so well, in that it has the unique experience system. It has a good fighting mechanic. It has this really in-depth story and social interactions. There's so many things that are constantly happening, but it never feels overwhelming. At worst, it just feels distracting. And it kind of needs that because as Andrew said, the storyline is kind of short for an RPG, but great. There's still so many hours to kill in Fable. I wish I had got myself more into it this week, but having played it, I guess I did find it a little hard to pick up again, just because I had been there, done that a little bit. But I would absolutely recommend it to anyone who hasn't played it, and even if you have, go back and play it. You may have a different experience than I do, so I still think it's a fantastic game. Highly recommend it, and yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Andrew on the 88.
See, I'm nervous because I don't remember what I gave the first one. Like, what if I give it less of a score?
Then you didn't like it as much.
I think I'm just going to give it an 85. I feel like it's a good game. There are a lot of things I was kind of like nitpicky about. But yeah, that sounds like a good score. I'm second guessing myself. For 360 on Metacritic, 89 and 6.7. So a lot of people talking about how they thought that the game was shallow, complaints about like the interaction with the NPCs. I mentioned earlier, a lot of people thought that the magic was unbalanced. Our fourth and silent co-host is back, and back in I didn't look up what year he posted it, but assuming it was a while ago. He gave it a 0. But
Shocker.
what I think is funny is that he was calling this a game for kids, and he finds that the farts and burps are stupid. And it's like you literally talk about poop and like,
So anything like a turd sandwich to him.
Turd, that's the word. Yeah. So I was just like, I think this is before.
Well, you have to understand, Liz, he's using the word turd in a very mature way. Is not using it for humor. Just really for dramatic effect of how angry he is about it. So it's okay.
He's not using it metaphorically. He's using turd literally. So it's not meant to be as a joke.
Mm-hmm. No one's laughing when he says turd, except us.
But I just knew that if he did review the game, that he would give this a 0. I already knew.
Do you ever like to imagine that he listens to this podcast somehow?
I think that would be hilarious. I would love if he like wrote us one day.
I think he'd probably try to sue us or something.
Yo, we've done nothing wrong.
No, we are reading a public review on a public website.
And it's
That'd be great if he like actually came on the podcast.
Except I don't know if he speaks English.
I don't know.
I feel like his part of Canada, 99% of them are bilingual.
Yeah.
I think everything is usually English and French. I mean, the signs are all in French, but everybody speaks English as well.
Well, if you're listening to this, reach out to us. We'll love to have you on. But let's wrap it up here. So thank you so much, Katrina, recommending that we play Fable. If you are interested in listening to our original Fable episode, I did not delete it. I don't know what happened to it. So unfortunately, it is not on Spotify or any other podcast thing, but it is on our YouTube channel. You know, it was an older episode when I actually had some footage. So I have some gameplay footage with it. But if you are really interested in going back and listening to our Fable episode, like I said, spoiler alert, we got a bad review from that episode apparently. You can go to our YouTube channel. I don't know our URL because our YouTube channel is mostly just us uploading our podcast episodes. I've been meaning to do more on our YouTube channel. I just haven't really had the time, and I don't think anyone's really asking for it, so I haven't done it. But yeah, check it out there if you want to. But I've been your Hardcore Gamer, Sand. You can find me at Xbox Live at Firebird01952. If you have any game suggestions, we would love to hear it. You can email us at kmsgrab@gmail.com or hit us up on our Twitter or Facebook at GBGBpod.
I was looking for the seafood quote. I was gonna do Keith Reed's Fable 2 quote, but I can't find my quote.
Control F.
I lost the.
I think this should be his outro. I'm trying to find it. I was gonna do this. I swear.
Guys, I was gonna read this really funny quote I saw. I promise it was there. Yeah, I can't find it. It was really funny. It was a really funny quote about eating seafood, and you know what that means. So I don't know. I don't eat seafood, but I guess it means something.
Don't say the S word, Keith. You called us potty mouth.
You don't eat seafood?
I don't.
You don't like it?
Keith used to work at a seafood restaurant.
That has nothing to do with it. It's just
really?
No, I didn't like seafood before that. I just that added to it.
No seafood? Like there's none that you like?
I mean, I'll eat like tuna fish, like a tuna fish sandwich, canned tuna.
I remember
about
that
it.
time in high school. Like, you would come over our house and just reek of seafood, and you're like, I've taken 2 showers.
That and
you
onions.
just smell of seafood.
I would chop onions all day, and so seafood and onions. You know,
Keith did not do a lot of dating at that point.
I was just gonna say it probably answers a lot of the questions of why nobody ever liked me in high school. Anyways, that's a lot of outro for me. A lot of deep-seated memories. Can we do Liz now?
Sorry about that. My bad. I'm Liz Noob, gamertag coming on D. Now on Twitter, @LizNoob,
All right, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining us. We love you all. We'll see you again next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.